has the money and thinks that they can, has told him that come out and we will buy you for a at least 20 crore figure.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
Can we confirm that, Adi? Nagaraj, run the story now. Yeah.
In the auction, will he cross 20? No. But over 15, 100% yes.
Even after all these years, one thing will not change at an auction. And therefore, 20 crore.
it's not a bad shout.
It is IPL retention chatter time. And I've got the my partners in crime, gossip crime, IPL speculation crime, all in attendance, all in readiness. In the blue
You
corner,
talk like Ravi Shastri, the IPL
in the blue
governing
corner
council
is
chairman.
Adi. In the whatever color you're wearing, Nagaraj, grey corner, black corner is
अबे क्या
Nagaraj.
color blind हो गया क्या?
Yeah, and our match referee is Dustin Salgado. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Today it's going to be about whether the 20 crore barrier will be breached on an overseas player in the IPL. Who amongst the top list of international players, foreign players in this auction, with all the other rules that have come in with regards to RTMs, with regards to foreign players having to enroll for the big auction, etc., are likely to command the highest bid? That's what we're discussing. So what names come to mind?
Obviously, the 20 crore barrier is going to be broken in retentions multiple times. Every team is going to, maybe apart from Punjab and maybe Kolkata are going to retain someone at 20 crores. But in the open auction, the only overseas player I go seeing over 20 crores, that is if he comes out, is Rashid Khan.
Okay.
And any other 20 plus crore buys are all going to be Indians. That's my guess.
Anyone think Sunil Narayan will get 20 if he goes into the auction?
Nah.
He was 6 crore, wasn't he, last time when KKR?
Correct. But at the back of his incredible all-round season last year.
But then since then in CPL he has gone down.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about that.
He's not getting any younger.
Go on, Dustin.
Sorry, Sunil.
No, I think Narayan and Russell, they're not 3-year investments.
Let's try and break down players that we feel will go into the auction. Overseas players. Okay, let's assume for now Rashid Khan won't. It's almost inconceivable that he will. So
Pat Cummins won't.
let's go at. Oh, is it not? Okay, let's have that.
What if a
Rashid Khan
team
into
that
the
he's
auction?
placed for elsewhere in the league has the money and thinks that they can, has told him that come out and we will buy you for a at least 20 crore figure. And that team is again anybody's guess.
No, we all know what team
I
it
just
is.
know it can't be
We
one
know
team.
which team he plays for in other leagues.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm putting
So think about it.
I'm putting my neck in
Okay,
regulation
let's say MI think I want to buy Rashid Khan over and above 75 as spent on 5 retentions, right? But my core is done. If I get Rashid Khan for 95, I can buy the remaining 10 to
For
12 to about 12 odd players.
Yeah.
In 25
totally
crores. It's definitely possible. The trouble is, will Rashid, once he comes, stop at 20 or 22?
Wait, so you're
is
saying
the
MI Naga will pay 75 on their retentions. Then they are willing to pay 25 for Rashid. So 100 crores. And 20
No,
crores.
25. I don't think 25 they can go to, but 20 to
20.
21, 22 bracket.
And then the
20 is
whole
very much
squad
lower.
is just 25 crores.
So
the rest
your
of
minimum squad is 18 players. And they have done that in the past. Many teams have done that.
And it's not like Nagaraj saying, it's not as inconceivable. They would have had Hardik, Bumrah, and now Rashid Khan as players. They would have Rohit, Surya, and again, they can build a squad, very much so build a squad around that. They might have to give up Ishan Kishan, but someone has to pay.
And listen, at GT, Rashid left SRH under a team he played from the beginning for what, 6 seasons? Something like that.
17 to 21. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say 5-6 seasons. So he was not given what he wanted at that point. It was not the money, it was the top retention also. So if GT doesn't give Rashid again the top retention, he might think, boss, if MI is offering me this, or if there'll be more than one team offering him. Again, there's a loyalty here.
So you're saying,
but I think, Naga, that's what BCCI has done. So basically with this 5 for 75 thing, you can pacify both Gill and Rashid by retaining them both at 19. And both of them are happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made that point. I haven't heard anything about Rashid Khan entering the auction this time around, but Nagaraj has thrown that spanner in the wheel. So let's assume Rashid certainly will breach 20 if he goes in. Gujarat will do everything they can to either ensure he doesn't enter the auction or possibly RTM him. We'll come to that later. Let's look at other names now. Who else?
I'll throw one name out. Again, I don't think he will be in the auction. But if he is in the auction, Pathirana, I think, could breach 20 crores.
20 is a lot for Pathirana.
But
That's a lot of money.
I like him a lot. Like
I think over the next 3 years, he and Bumrah will dominate the IPL in terms of fast bowling.
I mean, 20
Yeah.
tough one. But
I don't know what
he's
to.
probably worth a lot. He'd probably get 17, 18,
No,
16.
I'm guessing CSK are retaining him at
That's
11.
what I said. He won't go
Yeah.
into the auction. I know that. I'm just saying if
Nice name. Yeah, not bad. What about Josh Butler? Is
I
Josh
don't-
Butler going to enter the auction?
Josh Butler is going into the auction.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
Can we confirm that, Adi? Nagaraj, run the story now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
am not running any story. Remember, there's an RTM factor here. Butler
Yeah,
might
you're saying
not be.
Butler is
See,
going
the
in-
gossip is that Butler might not be on the retention list, but
Yeah.
he's not ruled out from the RTM list. So it all depends. Unless Butler has told RR that, ki boss, I think my RR innings is over. Let me go now.
Josh
But
the
this
boss.
is, I doubt
but
that.
even if
So-
he's on RTM Naga, that means he's in the auction, no? I mean,
Yeah. So my
Yeah, yeah.
question is, okay, let's say if Josh Butler enters the auction at this stage of his career, is he still worth 20 crore in the
No.
big auction?
No.
not as much as 20, a bit less.
Ooh, keeper, experienced IPL player, captaincy
captain
option.
also, yeah.
See, one
But
thing
only
that
thing
could
is he's
work-
an England captain also. He has,
Yeah.
he's had recently an injury issues. But I think 20. So let's see which teams will want him.
KKR to start off with. If he's in the auction.
After recruiting everyone, you're thinking they will definitely retain 5. So their 75 is gone.
No, who could KKR's 5 be, Naga? That's the
Punjab
problem.
Because they
Kings-
also have Phil
Punjab
Salt,
Kings
remember.
would want Josh Butler.
What about GT?
Punjab will want
Ah.
Butler.
Gujarat
Will
GT might
DC
only
want-
retain 2
Gujarat
players.
Titans would want him.
LSG might only retain 1 or 2 players. All these teams could have money to spend
Money.
big money on Josh Butler.
Right. Finally, Mitchell Starc. Very curious to know whether the record-breaking bid last year was about one season and KKR filling one hole. And with the season Starc had, that makes it even more interesting, right? Where he had the most difficult league phase and yet won them the semi in the final or the playoff in the final. So this is the great Mitchell Starc we speak of. If he enters the auction again, should KKR not retain him because you've got others that you want to retain? Is he going to breach the 20 crore barrier, second auction running?
The biggest
Uh,
point would be whether he is committed. In the sense, like if he puts himself in this big auction, because we know.
Yeah,
the
let's
next
assume he
3 years.
does. Like that
Yeah,
goes
let's
without saying.
assume he
Let's assume he
does.
does.
Let's assume he does.
But I think it's important to mention a rule here to viewers that
Exactly.
even after a foreign player enters the auction, there's nothing that stops the home board from exercising
Pulling him out.
a workload management point, doesn't it? And therefore, the English players and the Australian players who've got an Ashes coming up and whatnot, and Starc will be entering this auction at the back of 5 India home tests, potentially the Champions Trophy.
Champions Trophy.
Yeah. So, and maybe
But
the
they
World
don't-
Test Championship right after. So
And
there's that.
there's a Sri Lanka series sandwiched in between, I think. That's also there.
Okay. And the
Yeah,
other-
I think that would dissuade franchises. They will think the long term. They'll say, okay, for one season, I don't mind spending, but is he worth 20 crores? I mean, they can release him, of course, after 25 season, but no, I don't see Starc 20.
I think when you think of the supply of overseas bowlers, you're going to see the likes of maybe Nokia, Rabada, and I can think maybe even Archer, Mark Wood, like lots of international names in the auction.
And there are a lot
So-
of left arm fast bowlers who are both Indian and overseas
Yeah.
will be there in
Yeah.
the auction pool. I mean, the likes of Fazaluk Farooqi types, they have not done anything. I mean,
Yeah.
they have actually.
Yeah, and I think also I think a lot of franchises might have the opinion that these are the areas because there's going to be such a big bloodbath for so many obvious players that will enter the auction and those that are committed for the next 2 or 3 years, that for these 50-50 calls, they might just go with an Indian, whatever their scouts tell them, invest in some Indians that they've seen and see how that plays out. That's just what I think. So I
Yeah.
agree. Starc, I don't think
Yeah.
will.
And only few franchises actually will have that kind of money then
Yeah.
left,
Yeah.
you know,
Defi-
to kind of take that chance. It is a sort of, they will be like wondering,
Okay.
Yeah, and Ronak, and there's something called temperament. Obviously, you can have all the talent in the world, but you would not have the big match temperament. So
Yeah, you can't buy
uh,
that.
I
And
think I
that's
think
what-
just to long answer short, in the auction will he cross 20? No, but over 15, 100% yes. And KKR are better off RTM using an RTM on him.
Sure, I'd like everyone to give me the one player who you think is likely to enter the auction and get 20 crore, right?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Rashid Khan.
You think he's likely to enter the auction, he'll get 20 crore. Big one
Yeah.
from Justin.
I'll say nobody will who enters the auction will get 20. I think all of those level players will get retained.
Josh Butler.
I think
Butler will likely get in and reach 20 crore, whether our Rajasthan take him back or whether somewhere else.
Whether
That,
RTM or
fine.
whatever.
That's fair enough. That's the answer I was looking for. I'm going to finish by saying that even after all these years, one thing will not change at an auction. And therefore 20 crore
Glenn
will be
Maxwell.
up by Glenn Maxwell. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not a bad shout.